Welcome to another episode of Faith Explorations, the podcast where we delve deep into the teachings and principles of Christianity and embark on a transformative journey through the realms of faith and spirituality. I'm your host, Kenneth Garcia. In episode 81, we delve into a topic that lies at the heart of human rights, inherent blessings, the beauty of God-given rights. Join us as we explore the meaning, significance, and risks associated with God-given rights. But our exploration doesn't end here. For more insights that can enrich your journey of faith, be sure to visit us at BibleKeeper.com. So without further ado, let's dive in. What are God-given rights? The belief in God-given rights suggests that certain privileges and freedoms are not the product of human legislation, but rather originate from a higher source. Our moral compass, defined by God through the Scriptures, outlines these fundamental rights. Throughout history, societies and governments have attempted to define and restrict these rights, but their origin lies in the hands of the divine. The American founders embraced the radical idea that all individuals possess inherent rights granted by God, and that governments are instituted to protect these rights. What are your God-given rights? Scripture teaches us that we are called to cherish freedom and liberty, yet also to act in love and servitude towards one another. The Bible emphasizes the importance of loving our neighbors as ourselves, recognizing that all people are equal and created in the image of God. Human rights, often seen as the closest representation of God-given rights, are not determined by human laws or subject to a vote. These rights, as outlined in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, encompass every individual, regardless of their background, beliefs, or status. Are God-given rights natural rights ordained by God? The founders of the United States Constitution based their principles on the concept of natural law, believing that our rights are inherently derived from God. Understanding the Constitution requires acknowledging the Declaration of Independence, which explicitly states that American governance is founded on safeguarding these God-given rights. The Founding Fathers held firm to the belief in the equality of humanity and the responsibility of government to protect these rights. They also acknowledged that when these rights were not respected, it was the right and duty of the people to seek a better form of government. What is the biblical and historical perspective on the concept of rights? Our rights originated from God. The founding members perceived human rights as granted by God rather than by the monarchy's rule, which was prevalent in that era. The United States of America, however, stood apart as a nation of and for the people, declaring that every individual possesses inherent worth and the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The country's moral foundation was based on Christianity. The founders considered Christianity as the cornerstone of the nation and its governance. They believed that our rights should be derived from the teachings of the Bible, and the principles of Christianity should be reflected in societal moral standards. The protection of our rights is the duty of the government. The Founding Fathers firmly believed that it was the government's responsibility to protect these unalienable rights given by God. They stated that when government failed to do so, it was the right of the people to seek a new form of governance to ensure the safeguarding of their rights. What is the danger of God-given rights? History has shown that people who claim to act on behalf of God have sometimes misused this claim to deny or restrict the rights of others. Examples include historical issues like slavery, racial segregation, and opposition to same-sex relationships. The danger arises when human interpretations of divine will are treated as absolute truth, leading to the denial of certain rights to individuals. God-given rights are intrinsic to every human being on earth. They are not subject to human preferences, societal norms, or religious interpretations. These rights exist as the foundation of our existence and are meant to be safeguarded by just and accountable governments. As we conclude this episode, let us remember the profound significance of God-given rights in shaping the course of human history and the responsibility of governments and individuals alike to protect and respect these inherent rights. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Faith Explorations. Remember to love one another and treat each other with equality, dignity, and respect. If you enjoyed today's discussion and want to explore more topics related to spirituality, be sure to subscribe to our podcast. Make sure to follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok, and visit us at BibleKeeper.com for more resources that will enrich your faith journey. Join us next time as we continue to explore matters of faith and spirituality. Until then, may God bless you abundantly.